Hey, y'all. My name is DJ Robinson. I'm the creator of the Plan for Keeps podcast and dating app built around compatibility games. And I like to talk about everything neuroscience, attachment theory, and mindset when it comes to dating. This week, we're going to talk about dating after a breakup. Dating after a breakup can feel confusing, exhausting, and honestly, a little scary. Part of you misses companionship. Another part of you doesn't trust yourself or anyone else for that matter. So if you're wondering when to date again, how to date again, or whether dating will actually help you heal or just reopen old wounds, this video is for you. Breakups don't just end relationships. They mess with your confidence, your sense of self, and the story you tell yourself about love. And what usually happens next is one or two extremes. Either people rush back into dating to distract themselves, or they avoid dating completely because they're afraid of repeating the same pain. But the goal isn't to date fast. It's not to hide forever either. The goal is to date aware. So we're going to go over a few steps on how you can check to see if you're really ready to jump back in after a bad breakup. So step one, check if you're actually ready. Before you download an app, agree to date, or start entertaining someone new, you need to check in with yourself and honestly ask yourself, am I dating because I'm lonely or because I'm open? Am I hoping someone new will help me forget about my ex? Or would I be okay if the next date doesn't turn into anything serious? Would you be okay with that? Here's a simple test to find out. If someone cancels a date on you right now, would you spiral? If the answer is yes, you might still be dating for validation and not connection. And that doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. It just might mean you may need a little bit more time. Okay. Shameless plug. If you feel you are ready to date again and you want to try a new dating app, my dating app Plan for Keeps is built around compatibility games. When two people match, they have to play a compatibility game first before they can message each other. And then weekly on Wednesday, we have video speed dating. And there's an icebreaker within every video speed date that you will have between 7 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. So if that interests you, download the dating app Plan for Keeps if you feel you are ready. Okay, back to the video. Step 2. Don't bring old wounds into new people or new relationships. One of the biggest mistakes people make after a breakup is confusing trauma with intuition. Just because you were hurt before doesn't mean everyone who reminds you of your ex is a red flag. And just because someone who feels safe, that doesn't make them boring. Healing doesn't mean pretending your past relationship didn't hurt, right? But it does mean for you not to bleed on the people who didn't cut you. Your new situation is not your ex. They didn't cheat. They didn't abandon you. They didn't fail you. So don't punish new people for old pain. Step 3, date slower, not harder. After a breakup, dating slower is actually a form of self-respect, despite what people say. For example, shorter dates is a great idea after a breakup. I know there's the coffee date versus the expensive dinner date. I truly believe in dates like coffee dates. I don't drink coffee. I would grab another type of drink, but having dates like that for a short amount of time allows you to get to know the person in front of you. There's not too many distractions, and you guys are actually talking. And with it being a shorter time, you can make the decision, do you like this person? It slows things down. There's no distractions. And You can schedule the next date and make that one a fancier date if you have to have a fancy date or a dinner date or anything like that. I just feel like for the first date, it should be something simple because you're really trying to get to know the person sitting across from you. You can't be tricked if the person isn't distracting you with, an activity date or an expensive date. I feel like that debate is more so based on vanity and validation metrics versus intention. That's just my opinion on that. Okay. Another thing, less over texting. That's another thing. Stop giving so much of your time when you just met somebody. Less fantasizing after one good conversation. Instead of asking, do they like me? You need to be asking, how do I feel around them? Pay attention to how you feel after the date. Do you feel calm or do you feel anxious? Do you feel grounded or do you feel emotionally drained? Peace is information. Discomfort is information. Listen to it. Okay? Step 4, redefine what you're looking for. A breakup is feedback, even when it hurts. So instead of jumping back into dating with the same checklist, pause, reflect, and ask yourself, what patterns showed up in my last relationship? What needs of mine weren't being met? What am I no longer willing to tolerate? This isn't about blaming yourself. It's about clarity. Chemistry without emotional safety will always feel exciting and unstable. Choose peace over chaos every time. Okay. Step 5, use dating as information and not validation. Dating after a breakup can make rejection feel 10 times more personal. But here's the truth, okay? Dating is not a performance, despite what culture feeds to us. And it's definitely not a measure of your worth. Someone not choosing you doesn't mean you're unlovable. It means you're not aligned. You don't date to be chosen. You date to choose. And the moment you understand that, dating becomes lighter, funner, and healthier. Okay. And in closing, dating after a breakup isn't about replacing someone. It's about meeting yourself again. More honest, more aware, more grounded. Take your time. Move with intention. And remember, you don't need to rush love to prove you're healed. If this video resonated with you, like it, subscribe, and share it with someone who's healing quietly. And if you're open to dating and your heart is ready, comment ready. And I'll send you a link to my Facebook group and dating app that is built around compatibility games and weekly speed dating, which incorporates an icebreaker. So there's no awkward or weird moments on camera. All right. I'll see you guys next week.